Good morning, Barstow. I'm Solomon Holmes.
And I'm Leanne Madare. Solomon, can you believe that this is our last show before the semester ends this Thursday?
No way. It's gone by way too fast.
It sure has. Well, we have a busy show today, so let's get started.
I am so excited for the holiday season, especially Secret Santas. I always get the best gifts.
Same. It's my favorite time of the year. Let's see this piece from Sydney and Amara parodying The Office and their iconic Christmas episodes.
Oh my god! I'm not obsessed. They're just extremely special to me. You know, with the 100. I reached 100. 100 elves I have at home. It's really hard to keep track of all of them. And I can only bring 2 to work, which kind of sucks. And I mean, my strange addiction did want to interview me, but I mean, I don't get it at all. I declined, obviously, because I'm obviously not obsessed. They're just so special. And I think that the elves are just a part of Christmas that shouldn't be ignored. So weird. Oh, can't touch you. Sydney! What? How could you? Oh my god, don't touch them. I was just, don't touch them. You're not allowed to touch them.
The heck? Oh my god, these elves have been following me all day. Leanne's elves? They've been following me too. You don't think they're...
Don't forget, guys, we're doing Secret Santa next Thursday. Don't forget. Don't forget, guys, Secret Santa next Thursday. Don't forget.
Are you excited for Secret Santa today? Oh, yeah. Yeah, I forgot. I mean, no. I got it. Here you go. Oh, you got me Lululemon? Oh my gosh, so exciting. That's so nice. Oh, thank you. I got some toilet paper.
You know, with COVID and everything, it's needed, you know.
Great gift.
Very difficult to find.
Great gift. Thank you, Sid.
You're welcome.
Everyone's just so ungrateful for their gifts. I mean, if I got a gift, I would just be so grateful. Mara, I'm your Secret Santa! I'm gonna admit. That's funny. Where's my real gift? Sydney, I got you for Secret Santa.
Oh my goodness,
Do you like it?
why'd you get me this?
Get you what? I got you a nutcracker.
You don't think...
Wait, if we all got each other, who did Solomon get?
So I got myself for Secret Santa. I didn't tell anyone, but I got a baseball glove.
I'm just so relieved break is here. Finally free of those creepy elves.
Remember that Thursday is the end of second quarter and this semester. Make sure all your work is turned in, and good luck on your finals and final projects.
Also, Thursday we'll have a noon dismissal. Lower school students will still get to enjoy their winter parties, which will be at 11:15 a.m. Thursday as well.
Also, huge congrats to all of the seniors who have received college acceptances in the past few weeks. We are all rooting for you. Speaking of college, I think Sydney has some updates on some college sports on our next Night Vision segment.
Good morning, Barstow. I'm Sydney Zingas, and today we'll be discussing pay for college athletes and COVID's effect on college sports. In 1948, the NCAA passed a sanity code, which reads that no student athlete should be paid for his or her services, and if a school is caught in the act of paying a student, it will be boycotted by all other NCAA colleges. Many feel that even though students receive scholarships, they're not being paid for what they're truly worth. According to the National Bureau of Economic Research of Revenue, more than $8 million, which is 7% of the money produced by NCAA each year, finds its way into men's football and basketball for scholarships. Tommy Beers says that the top NCAA Division I schools earn approximately $8.5 billion in annual revenue, with 58% of that revenue coming directly from men's football and men's basketball programs. Beers also states that for scholarships and stipends for living, less than 7% of this revenue goes towards these expenses. Going all the way back to 1990, the NCAA's ticket income for football and basketball surpasses ticket sales of professional basketball, football, and hockey. But amidst all of this debate, there are some schools that cannot even begin to think of paying athletes due to the pandemic. Stanford University claimed that this summer they will be shutting down 11 varsity sports. Men and women's tennis was shut down in Iowa, and at 12 other Division I schools, men's tennis was discontinued. Also, men's track has been cut at 9 different schools. Well, that's all we have today. Have a great week, Barstow. See you next time.
Thanks, Sydney. I'm looking forward to winter break, and I hope there's a chance of snow.
That'd be awesome. Maybe Lydia can tell us in her weather update. Let's go to her and then hear from Amelia and Maddie on some fun COVID-safe things we can do over this break.
Go to that trip to Florida that you take every year, or go ice skating with your friends. But it doesn't mean that your winter break will be bad. It's just gonna look a little different. I mean, aren't the holidays all about gratitude and spending time with your family? Even COVID can't take away that holiday magic. But just in case that you feel like it's missing, here are some fun and safe activities to bring back your holiday spirit.
Why did you smash it on the thing?
with winter and the end of the semester and everything that's happening in the world right now, I think it's easy to feel a little bit unmotivated, a little unhappy, and just hard to break this cycle of every day feeling very similar to the rest. And one way that I think we can fix that is finding little small activities, no matter how kind of stupid they are, to just break the cycle. And with the holiday season approaching, I feel like there's plenty of ways that we can incorporate that into our life now. So today I'm going to make my favorite recipe ever. It is a sugar cookie with icing, and I'm going to share it with you because baking makes me feel better, maybe it'll make you feel better, and I'm also going to be thinking of some other safe ways that we can just go and enjoy life as much as we can right now. Okay, so I'm now in the kitchen and I have all my ingredients for the cookies right here, just flour, sugar, vanilla, almond extract, Crisco, baking powder, salt, and an egg. And I'm setting the oven for 350 degrees at bake. So while that's preheating, I'm gonna go ahead and start making the cookies. I start with a cup of Crisco, but you can use unsalted butter if you prefer, and then 1 cup of sugar, and then putting that in, mixing it, and while that's going, we can go ahead and add some almond extract and some vanilla to the egg, and then going and pouring that in with the Crisco and sugar. It looks a little bit gross, but it's okay. So you want to make sure that that gets super creamy. So while that's going, we're going to start with the dry ingredients. So that is the baking powder, the salt, and the flour. You won't have to mix this because it's all going to get mixed in the mixer, but just measuring all that out. And then I'm going to slowly start adding it to the mixture. And you want to make sure that the mixer is at a lower setting, otherwise the flour is just going to fly everywhere. So I'm just adding a little bit at a time, making sure it gets fully blended, and then adding a little bit more. Alright, now for the hard part. When it's all mixed and you want it to be about the same consistency as Play-Doh, if it's a little bit too dry, you can go ahead and add some water. If it's too sticky, you can add a little bit more flour. You don't have to measure it out, just however much you need. And then you're going to separate the dough into 4 sections and use smaller sections of dough to roll it out and make the cookies. I am using little animal cookie cutters, but you can obviously do whatever you want. When you're rolling it out, you want to make sure that it's uniform, about 1/4 an inch thickness, and the dough kind of has a tendency to want to stick to the rolling pin, so I take a bit of parchment paper, put it over the dough, and roll it out like that, and it helps a lot, and it makes it so much easier. So this obviously takes a while, and I do on the side have a little bowl of water just to keep my hands a little bit wet. Because my dough is a little bit more dry, but if your dough is pretty wet, then you can have a little bit of flour on the side. Just make sure that the consistency is even throughout. This is what they look like finished, and they don't expand, so you can have them on the cookie sheet pretty close together. And then for the icing, it is just water, powdered sugar, and meringue powder, and you want it to be a very runny consistency as opposed to normal royal icing. And I put it in a little squeeze tube like this and use a knife to spread it out. I have them on the cooling sheet with some parchment paper underneath just in case some does fall through, and then I'm adding some sprinkles. If you want your icing to be a little bit thicker, you can do that as well. Just I would recommend putting it in a piping bag if you're going to have a more icing consistency as opposed to this kind of runny and then hardened icing. And this is what they look like when they're finished. I obviously do not decorate them that much because taste is a priority. But I hope you enjoy this and let us know if you try this recipe.
Great pieces. Sadly, I think that's what we have for the rest of the show. I'm Solomon.
And I'm Leanne. Have a fantastic break, and we'll see you in 2021.